So this is the C700, our new top-end production camera. This particular setup is the PL mount version with the dedicated codex recorder. So this is really for the top-end cinematic and broadcast production. The camera itself is a Super 35mm CMOS sensor. Maximum output with the firmware update that's coming in March will be 4.5K to the codex recorder, and it'll be 4K internally to the CFast 2 cards. For the first time we're also able to record in ProRes, which means that people who are using Final Cut Pro can record in that native format. HDR is supported. We have an HDR view inlet you can apply to the viewfinder, and with the wide dynamic range of the sensor of up to 15 stops, that then will work nicely into the workflow for HDR output as well. Full range of connectors on the outside for external recording or for connected into broadcast systems, as well as the usual gen lock and monitor outputs as well. This panel here, as well as an accessory panel, we can use this up to 10 meters away. So all in all, a very versatile and very capable production camera. So this is the EF mount version of the camera. As you see, it's got the EF with cinema lock, the same as the C500, and this one is without the codex recorder fitted as well. One of the other features that the camera is going to have is some much improved high frame rates. The maximum frame rate will be 240 frames a second in a 2K cropped format, and then the maximum 4K to RAW will be up to 120 frames a second to the 4K recorder from codex. If you use the SDI to the non-codex or any non-codex recorder, then you won't achieve those same high frame rates. Internally, the camera also has 3 of our Digic 5 processors. The EF version has the dual pixel CMOS autofocus system, which can also be used as the focus assist system as well. Enhanced on this camera because you can now have 2 different areas and then toggle between the two. So if you're doing a pull focus between subjects in a shot, you can get the confirmation that they're both still in focus. It is possible to change the mount via our service centre. If you buy a PL mount camera and convert it to EF, you can then activate the dual pixel autofocus system. The PL version also features Cook Eye technology for the first time, which means that it can get the metadata from the lenses using that system. And again, this is to help filmmakers and high-end broadcast makers because they need that metadata for their production systems. The viewfinder, which we see on this side, is an accessory, but this is also going to be compatible with the C300 Mark II, which is something that our customers have been asking for. It's an OLED viewfinder with full HD display in there, and very, very effective. One of the other things you'll notice is we now have the ability to have most of the information around the outside of the frame, and that's because we actually have more sensor space than we're actually using. So I'll combine that with a format for the viewfinder as well, and this is exactly what you'd see in the viewfinder on this screen. So the actual image area is much clearer. These are scheduled to start sales in December. Our pricing is expected to be around about €30,000, $35,000 mark on release. Pricing on the codex is still to be confirmed. In January we will release a global shutter version of this camera as well.